Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. This is Fred, the Submarine Guy, coming to you on behalf of submarineguy.com. Today, I wanted to talk about leaks from your sales funnel. Uh, as you know from the last video, you might have seen, your sales funnel has many parts. And I'll just kind of leave it at that. Maybe two or three or four web pages, could be blog posts, could be videos, could be audios. There's a lot of different things you need to string together to get your prospect educated and knowing and liking and trusting you enough to make a sale of your product or service. So I listed four sales funnel leaks that I see commonly, and I wanted to talk about those real quick. The first one is not enough traffic. Now, that may seem obvious, but uh, entrepreneurs seem to have the easy button mentality, I'll say, and think as soon as they send some traffic to an offer that it should convert and sell and they're going to be rich overnight beyond wildest dreams. And of course, that never happens. Number one, you're probably not going to get it right the first time. Number two, few, if any, salespeople do get it right the first time. So you're going to have to do some iteration on your sales funnel. Now, you do want to get a sufficient number of looks at your sales funnel, or your first pages at least, to make sure it's converting like you want it to, and that you're getting the kind of numbers you want to get through it. So make sure you can drive enough traffic to it so that you can get those conversion numbers and see if it's really converting like you think it should be, or if you need to tweak the copy on it, or tweak the words on it, or tweak the colors or something else to make it convert better. Um, the second leak on sales funnels that I see, and this is probably the most prevalent one, is, I'll be polite and say, insufficient follow-up. People, entrepreneurs, seem to be scared to follow up with their prospects, to educate them and ask for the sale. One of the statistics that I gathered early on was that 80% of all sales are made between the 5th and the 12th contact. Now, I got that statistic back in the late 90s, and I think that 12 number, between the 5th and the 12th number, I think that 12 number may be up in the 20s now, because there's so much information overload that people are subjected to every day. And but if you still have a product or service that you know will help solve a problem for your prospect, it's your duty to sell them on it, to get them the information, to show them the benefits, and to basically follow up until they tell you not to, or until you make a sale, so that the prospect can get the benefit of your product or service. Insufficient follow-up is probably the biggest leak problem of any sales funnel. It could be easily remedied with a good email campaign that's tied into your sales funnel, and that's of course the main way you're going to keep in touch with people. But you can also keep in touch with people on social media, on YouTube, on different social sites and things like that. So don't concentrate specifically on email, although that's critical. You need different types of communication for your prospects, because prospects respond to different things. Some people like videos, some people like to read blog posts, some people like audios, some people just like to read emails. Okay, so the key is to continue to follow up and not let that fall through the cracks. Leak number 4 that I wanted to talk about is a failure to issue a call to action. If you don't ask for the sale, you're not going to get it. So don't be afraid in your sales funnel at the proper point to ask for the sale. Now, I've read a lot of sales material from a lot of sales gurus, and most of them will tell you that you should have your sales buy button or buy link or whatever, however you're making the sale, multiple times in your sales funnel. In other words, if you've got a, let's say, a long sales letter, you ought to have the buy link in there 3 or 4 times, right? After the first page, after the second page, after the third page, for example. And so that the prospect doesn't have to leap forward. The prospect can say, okay, I got enough, I'm ready to buy, and he's got the link right there in front of him. So don't be afraid to issue the call to action to make the sale. Or if you're still in the education process, the call to action might be to go watch the next video, or listen to the next audio, or go read the next article, or whatever you want the prospect to do. But make sure your call to action is clear and precise and repeated so that the prospect knows exactly what you want him to do, and they're more than likely to do it if they're still interested. And the fourth leak, where you lose people out of the sales funnel, is you don't make an offer at all. And that's at the end of a blog post, at the end of a video. You've always got to have a call to action, or an offer, if you will, to buy something. And if you do, you might make a sale. If you don't, you definitely won't make a sale. So make sure you make an offer. It's very similar to a call to action, but make sure you make an offer on every communication with your prospect. And it may just be to get more information, but make that offer to make the sale whenever you can. So that's about it for sales funnel leaks. I've got some more videos coming up on sales funnels to go along with the articles that I'm writing this week. If you hadn't got my marketing report at submarineguy.com, go over there and pull that down and read it closely. It tells you exactly how to set yourself up to sell on the internet, which is a lot of what we want to do here. Everybody have a great day, and we'll talk soon.